Welcome back to this Let's Play of Neverwinter Nights 2, the original official campaign. We're here at the bandit base, and, well, since it's a bandit base, I figured I'd include some bandit music. This is music from Stalker Clear Sky, which, I don't know, there's, in some ways, some comparisons that could be made between this game and Stalker Clear Sky. They're both sequels to, well, frankly, better games, and the community support for the original game in both cases is much better. The community support for... There is some community support for Neverwinter Nights 2, but it's nothing on the scale that was available for the original Neverwinter Nights. Oh, come on. And I'll clean up the area later, off-screen. Just for fun, let's throw power word Maladroit. There were a couple of those power words that were added in, I think it was Storm of Zahir, and it's just, they're so weak that it's sort of amusing to call them power words. I mean, they could be level 1 spells, and they could be cantrips. They do 2 damage to, you know, they reduce your strength or dexterity by 2. Alright, well, let's just say that I'm glad to have them out of the way. And I'm going to go back and clean everything up and be right back. I actually just stepped outside so that I could rememorize some spells. I want to be able to use actually some real magic other than playing around with those stupid power words. There are a couple extra doors in here, above and beyond, you know, places I already went to, and most of them just have, you know, more of these same bandits. And
sure, I can do that.
the doorways are kind of a pain. Now, with the Storm of Zahir Let's Play, I specifically made a point of of using lots of people with ranged attacks just to get around some of the issues that I'm running into here. But, well, let's just say that they're still very present, and it's just that since there's no way to usefully enchant things, you're kind of stuck with them. So, forgot to start the music back up.
Yeah.
I don't know why I like this tune, but here it's just kind of funny. And cast Hold Person and Flame Arrow. Now, when you cast things like Hold Person, or I'm just going to have to continue cleaning up again later. There's even more stuff to clean up in here. When you cast things like Hold Person or Sleep on weak enemies, the game will say coup de grace, means you just instantly kill them. It's primarily useful for sleep, but, you know, here's the boss and his friends. And fortunately, they're just gonna let us follow in. Come on, guys, get through the door. And we've come to put a stop to you, and you can ask them to surrender. And, well, I guess we're just gonna have to kill them. And unfortunately, I've used most of my useful spells, so I'm just gonna have to be a big old fighter.
Attack! Attack!
Though, of course, with a 22 strength, big old fighter is actually something that this character's still fairly effective at.
Let us press the attack.
Though, we are kind of running into trouble here.
All right.
Kelgar, where are you? There you are. So much for the wizard. Alright. And there's one last room back here. But I think we're just about done with this area. Which is good, because the music stopped. Yeah, this is everything. Alright, so I'm going to clean everything up, and I will see you back at Fort Lock. Now, just to review the stuff we found, this Drum of Haunting is only usable by a bard, but I may actually use some of these charges to make scrolls to, I guess Cause Fear is the only thing I don't have, but This Ring of Fortitude +1 just gives +1 to fort saves. I could probably sell it, but it's not that important. Robe of Fire Resistance is, again, just garbage. This Wand of Lightning is kind of garbage, but I'm going to use it to scribe a Scroll of Lightning Bolt, which, you know, has its uses.
Yes.
Studded Leather +1 is better than the chain shirt Nishka is using, because it doesn't give as much of a penalty. Alright, well, that's something. This Astral Blade +1 is a really nice find, because Eleni, being an elf, can automatically use longswords, and so it's a magical longsword with a damage bonus. I mean, it's arguably not as good as the Bone Phoenix, but hey, you know, Eleni can use it, and that's important. It's better than using a club +1. This Amulet of Undead Turning is useless to me, but there's Grease, another spell I picked up, and I also had Eleni scribe me a couple more things that are sort of druid crossover spells. Snake Swiftness is a level 1 druid spell, but it's a level 2 wizard spell. It's sort of annoying, but it's not very good. It's a 1-turn haste. And Low Light Vision is going to be kind of, well, I'm going to cast it just for the sake of completeness, but let's just say that there's not much point in doing so, because, well, I have it by default as a half-orc. Pretty much everything but a human has that particular effect by default. I think there are a couple of other races that don't, but... And we've got some quests to hand in. Actually, I'm just going to cast Low Light Vision here, because it's never going to do me any good. Because Low Light Vision is already enabled. Let's hand in Tor's Holy Symbol. And he also sells a few things. Let's see if he sells any scrolls I can use. But the important thing is that he sells are some things which you can break down into components, which are important. If you ever see monster parts, always buy them. They're those essences you get for breaking them down. Well, I wouldn't say they're always useful, but they're more likely to be useful than just about anything else you'd buy as far as crafting materials. So, let's hand in our bandit adventure. And you can turn down the reward for good, or you can just, you know, accept it for some good, or you can whine about it not being enough for a little bit of evil if you want to be evil. And you get paid off here, and it gives me a little bit more cash, but, well, I don't really have that much cash, period. I've got some. Eventually I'm going to need about 100,000, I think it's about 100,000 to buy a special chain shirt that I can't buy yet, which will not give any spell failure penalty. But for now, we're just off to Highcliff, because we've done all the side quests for Fort Lock.
You're risking your entire ship by going out there, Captain. Ignore me if you will, but at least listen to your own men.
We're leaving port right now. Nothing's stopping this shipment to Neverwinter, especially not a pack of lizard folk. What are you lot just standing there for? Bring up the sails! Man the oars!
The fool is risking a ship worth 10 times the cargo he's carrying. And for what? For the sake of a few extra gold for an early delivery.
Okay. So, you know, being a sailor is risky, but here we are in Highcliff.
Aye, but he's trying to set sail when we've got lizard folk going out of their way to sink every boat coming out of this village. The good captain is a fool to think he can sail out without drawing the attention of the lizards.
Harbor Master! Out there! Looks like the lizard folk have themselves another victim!
Oops. So much for your ship. I don't know what they're doing there. I mean, are they, you know, blowing it up? Are they, just inhaling? Presumably it's some sort of magic, but, What the
And I
heck?
think we've all learned a lesson here. If I say it's too dangerous to sail, it's too dangerous to sail. All right, lads, see what we can do to help those sailors. Let's just hope the lizard folk let them swim ashore. Sorry, but I've got my hands full here. Some of the other sailors should be able to fill you in.
Okay. Well, we don't have enough time to really explore Highcliffe in this episode, but next time we will find out what's going on, because if we want to ship to Neverwinter, we're going to have to do some work. Ah, crap. More side quests. See you then!